Hi guys, so I'm here to do a review over the third episode of Loki. I love this show. I think the show is just so much fun. I will have a non-spoiler section and a spoiler section. I will start with this non-spoiler section and then I will tell you when I'm getting into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, completely understand. I'll tell you and then get off the video and then come back when you've watched the episode. So yeah, let's get into the non-spoiler section. I love this episode. I love this show just in general, but I loved this episode. This episode's my favorite episode we've seen so far. I think it just furthers the characters in this show so much, and we get to see so much more about Sylvie, who is through in this episode, and Loki, and just everyone is so much fun to follow in this episode. All their adventures just through this episode is so much fun to watch. The whole entire time I was just smiling or being like, oh my goodness. This episode's so good. This show's so good. I loved Loki even before this show. If you have watched any of my videos at all, you probably know that because I talk about him so much. But this show is just furthers his character so much, and especially from where he was in Avengers. Like, his character development through the show is really well done, especially when you think about how his character development from Thor to like Infinity War is multiple movies. For them to be able to do it just in 3 hours or so, roughly, so far is so good. But yeah, I can't really talk a lot about it. I'm just gonna say I love it. I think the humor is great. The serious parts are so, like, the more sad parts and getting to know more about these characters is done really well. I am loving all the acting choices in this so far. It is just such a good show. I would highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys Loki as a character or just enjoys the MCU. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on this show. I'm gonna get into the spoiler section, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I completely understand. Get off the video, and then you won't be spoiled, and then come back. But I'm gonna get to spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. I love this show. I already said that. But let's talk about Sylvie. She is great. I love Sylvie so far. I think that she's just such a fun character. Her friendship with Loki is so much fun to follow right now, and it's so much fun to be able to see these characters interact, especially because they are the same person. It's just another variant of the same person, but how different their lives are, and I can't wait to see more about Sylvie. I think she's definitely up there in my favorite characters, and Loki, as always, is great. He is so funny. He, just is being Loki, and yeah, I love Loki, so I already said that more than enough times in this video. So, the TVA wasn't in this episode, which felt kind of weird after them being really big parts of the last 2 episodes, but it was kind of a nice breather to learn more about it, and made there's something wrong with this place even bigger. Like, them all actually being variants. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Yeah. And I just think it's just such a cool thing to do, and I'm really loving that aspect of the show. The ending, how are they gonna get off that planet? How are they gonna get off that planet? there's something that's gonna happen, but maybe Mobius will come back, because I thought he was a really great character, and I think he's gonna be one of the characters that has to come to terms with, no, this is not a good place, like that kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows at this point? This show is just so insane. In a good way. Yeah, so how are they gonna get off the planet? Who knows? The part with Loki singing and being blackout drunk, and then Sylvie being like, "What are you doing?" Great. We all love Sylvie talking to Loki and being like, no. It was just so much fun. This show is chaotic, but in a good way. All Marvel things are like that. They're all chaotic, but so much fun to watch, and this is just following in its footsteps. What's another thing I liked about this? The whole entire thing with Frigga and the fireworks. That was cool. That was really nice to see more about Loki's past and childhood, because other than Odin being a terrible father, we really don't get a lot of that in the movie. So it was really nice to see another aspect of his childhood, and how he learned to do the firework thing was just so much fun. Loki's speech about how love is like a dagger was it was kind of sad, because you're comparing love to a thing that murders people, I guess, but it's kind of sad, but yeah. There was that. 2070 seems gonna be crazy. I love this show because going to different timelines, to things that have already happened and things that they think are going to happen, but it's just insane. I was getting kind of Hunger Games vibes. Maybe that's just because I'm reading the series right now, but the government gave me that kind of ideas. Just me. I don't know. Yeah, that was nice. I've already talked about this, I know, but Sylvie and Loki are great. They're great. Both of their powers and how well they work together was amazing. I was not expecting them to stay with each other as long as they did, but because they're still together, and I thought, oh, it's not going to be longer than an episode. It's just going to be one episode, so we learn more about the character. But they're still working together, and it's been an episode. I feel like they kind of have to go back with the TVA in next episode, because I think it would feel kind of rushed if they just win at each other. But I don't know. I'm gonna trust whatever Marvel does, because I've been proven wrong before many times. So that was really good. I think that their friendship is just so cool. And by the whole entire thing where Sylvie can get information by touching them or change their mind was so cool. It was awesome. Loki flying out of a train happens to you, where you fly out of a thing. Way too much, Loki. Way too much, but it was super fun. And I haven't even talked about this. probably my favorite part of the episode, actually, which is kind of sad, but also shows how great it was. Loki smashing the glass and saying, "Another!" Just made my heart so happy. Like, Thor is not a very good movie. But that's my favorite part of Thor. It's my favorite part of Thor. I've actually done a review over Thor, so if you want to check that out, you can. It's on this channel. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Just the another joke was great, and I loved it. It was great. It made me very happy. It's one of those things that I'll probably watch on repeat, which is kind of sad because it's just one line, but I'll just watch it and then I'll just be happy. Like, just thinking of it just makes me happy. So there's that. Loki just is a great character. And he works so well in this setting because it's all chaotic, and that's where Loki does his thing best, is in the chaotic time, because, like, he's the god of mischief. Chaotic mischief. I go together, in my opinion. Maybe not yours, but in mine. That's my opinion. So yeah, I'm loving this show. This episode was just so much fun. I do not know how they're gonna get off that planet, but we'll have to see. I cannot wait for Wednesday. This video will be posted after the next episode is up. I'm sorry this video is super late. A lot of things have been going on in my personal life, which caused me not to be able to film very much, but that's why that's happening. But you'll still get this video because you're watching it right now, hopefully. But yeah, that's really all my thoughts are on this. I highly recommend this show. This show is fantastic. It's characters, it's chaotic, it's just everything I love in a show. It's just so much fun to watch, and it just makes you so happy and makes you love these characters even more. And all the new characters are so good. Sylvie is gonna be so cool to see what they do with her, and hopefully they use her outside of the show, because I would love to see her in, like, Multiverse of Madness or something like that. But yeah, I'm loving the show so far, and it's so much fun to watch. You never know what's gonna happen. Its chaotic energies is just great, and, like, who doesn't love Loki? Who does not love Loki? I don't know anyone, actually. If you exist in the comments round, please let me know. I'd actually like to know if you exist. That's my thoughts. I highly recommend this show. I cannot recommend this show enough. If you like the MCU, even if you don't watch this show, I don't know why you're watching this video if you don't like the MCU, though. But if you are, hello. Watch the show. You won't understand anything, but watch it, because it's good. It's good. In my opinion, I like this show a lot. I cannot wait to see where the show goes, and it's just so much fun to watch. We're almost at 14 minutes, so I'll let you guys go. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're staying safe. I love you 3000. Bye, guys.